What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Smackdown review. There's a lot of things to go on this show tonight, a lot of things to go over. But before I do anything in regards to the Smackdown review, number one, I want to say happy Juneteenth to everybody out there. Listen, if you do not know what Juneteenth is, some as would say call it Freedom Day or the Day of the Abolishment of Slavery. Listen, I've always known about Juneteenth, mostly like I say, or June 19th, but it's mostly Juneteenth though as the holiday. And listen, I've known it for like a number of years now, but I think this year it is very special because with everything going on right now and demands for justice, take this day very, very seriously. Okay, it's still a celebration and whatnot, and everything. Trust me, I've seen parades today, protests, or I'm hearing fireworks outside my house right now as regards to Juneteenth. So take this day very seriously, okay? Because especially for us black people and everything, it's a very, very important day. So I just wanted to say something about that before I move on with the Smackdown review. Like I said, if you want to go learn about Juneteenth, look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just this year for Juneteenth, I think it is really, really special now. Like I said, I've always known about it, but this time this really now means a lot, okay? But like I said, you want to go look up more about Juneteenth, I suggest doing some research if you don't know. But we are going to move on now into the Smackdown review. As we kicked off the show, I do want to make one note of this. This show was taped early in the week, so I know it's going to be a lot of questions in regards to Smackdown on some of the situations, especially gone in almost like, the past week or 48 to 72 hours or whatnot, I should say, in regards to Smackdown. I don't know what day this was taped, but, we'll go over it. But we did have, of course, to kick off the show, the Intercontinental Championship was going to be presented to AJ Styles. It was in the middle of the ring. Renee Young was there to present it to him. They had wrestlers around the crowd, which of course you still have the spectator wrestlers or the performance students, school of students out there in the crowd, but then you have the wrestlers all standing around each other at ringside, which may not be really the best thing. I know everybody knows about, I believe about one or two people that have tested positive, from the coronavirus and everything. And, I've been hearing a lot of things this week, especially on comments like Bucktooth Beaver, Kevin Dunn right there saying that, fans that wear masks are not, what did he say? It sounds fucking stupid coming from, Bucky the Beaver right there. But he said he says you're not a real fan if you wear a real WWE fan if you wear a mask, which is just borderline retarded. But this is Bucky the Beaver we're talking about here. But someone has tested. It was a developmental student, but still, I don't know what's going on with testing over there in WWE, but also it's just a bad idea to even have all the wrestlers kind of stand that close around each other in the crowd, just in general. Not even the crowd, but like by ringside. And we'll get to more of it too, especially when they're in the ring and whatnot. But like I said, the wrestlers were surrounding the crowd. AJ Styles came out as they presented him the Intercontinental Championship. He pretty much said, he thanked Renee Young for presenting him the title, but listen, you're not the only person qualified to do this. He pretty much pointed out Daniel Bryan. He wanted him to come in the ring and put the title around his waist. AJ Styles pretty much went on saying that, he beat Bryan fair and square, so he should show some respect to him and, put the title on him because that title means so much to him. Bryan ended up getting in, and, Styles had he told Styles pretty much had him put the belt around him and then congratulate him. AJ pretty much, he says, don't do anything stupid. Bryan pretty much, like I said, he put the belt on him and everything. And AJ pretty much said, what AJ said, but Bryan says, like, you're a man, right? And AJ said, we'll prove it right now. And AJ pretty much said that if Bryan is a coward and he doesn't put the belt around his waist, that, he's just a coward if he doesn't put the belt around his waist. And, like I said, Bryan did it. And he did congratulate AJ. And, listen, you were the better man last week. And, I disagree on a lot of things with you, but he respects his ability in the ring. Brian pretty much said that he thinks that Styles will be a great champion, and even the greatest to date, if he can come out here every week and push himself to defend the title of all the wrestlers around the ring. He started naming people like Grand Metalik or Drew Gulak, who did beat him like a few weeks ago and whatnot. Shorty G, Big E, he wanted everybody to he should defend against them every week. By the way, I liked it when AJ came out and New Day kind of like had the hood thing on their head. I think it was Kofi imitate AJ Styles' entrance when he like pulls the hood off his head. I thought that was funny. But AJ told him to shut up. And he says, listen, our visions are not the same, okay? I'm here in the now, and there's only a select number of people that can get a title shot, okay? And Brian pretty much says, if you can handle it then, and whatnot, why don't you just put on the line against Drew Gulak next week, because he beat you a couple weeks ago. But AJ said, I don't give out handouts, and, they said they want a title shot. You have to earn a title shot by becoming the number one contender. And that the next person who runs their mouth is going to have to deal with the consequences. Next thing you know, Matt Riddle comes out. Matt Riddle, we know, is making his Smackdown debut. And I'm going to talk about something in a minute different as soon as I talk about this segment. But Matt Riddle came out pretty much saying, what's up, bro, and everything. Wanted to introduce himself, which AJ pretty much says, listen, I don't like you come here barefoot in the ring, okay? Because he said, I'm the face that runs this place, but Matt Riddle said that I'm the bro who runs the show. And AJ pretty much got pissed. He took a shot at him, and then pretty much him and, Riddle brawled for a second until Riddle knocked him out the ring, and Styles wanted to referee so he could have a match next against Matt Riddle, okay? But, okay, now there is one thing to say in all this. Let me finish the match first, I should say, because we did get AJ Styles versus Matt Riddle, which was not for the Intercontinental Championship, which Greg Hamilton was about to announce, but AJ says, no, this is non-title. This was a very good match, let me say that. Now, I know some things happen outside, of course, Corbin and whatnot, which almost looked like it could have been a feud right there, because Corbin had pushed Riddle to the ground, but I don't think no one wants to see that match. And, Brian was, of course, by ringside, but, AJ got out of there and shoved him. Lucha House Party had to hold Brian back. AJ was going for his phenomenal forearm, but Matt Riddle pretty much stopped him pretty much caught him before he could even jump and hit the Bro Derek from the ring, and then, Bro Derek in the ring, and then pretty much half the wrestlers, the Heavy Machinery, New Day, and several others got in and celebrated with Matt Riddle inside of the ring then as he beat AJ Styles, which, like I said, some people are saying now shouldn't really have all those guys in the ring like that, pretty much hugging Matt Riddle with all the virus thing. Now, I do want to address something about this whole Matt Riddle thing. Listen, it's been a lot of news in under the past 24 hours, and trust me, there's a lot of lot of names in this and stories I'm not gonna all go through, and I know Matt Riddle is one of them because I'm just finding about his whole thing earlier this morning. But obviously there's been new details within the coming hours before Smackdown. Now, I know some people have been saying, well, they should have not put Matt Riddle on Smackdown. Listen, dude, this is already taped. What are they going to do? Edit out the entire match and AJ? That would have been kind of impossible to do. But, like I said before, it's a lot of sexual allegations going on in wrestling right now. And like I said, it's a lot of names, and Matt Riddle was one of them. But, I know he responded today. His lawyer responded, I should say, pretty much putting out a press release, because apparently, I guess this woman accused him of some type of sexual assault and whatnot. And, people wonder, does Matt Riddle still have his job and everything? And like I said, his lawyer put out something that apparently this woman may be cyber stalking, and pretty much, and I think somebody put screenshots of Matt Riddle talking to this person and saying that whoever this woman is has been stalking him for almost like the past 2-3 years now. I know his wife doesn't like it either. And basically, I guess they were going to take legal action against this. So he may be innocent in all of this, okay? Because basically he just put out a statement denying all these allegations that they are false, and that apparently this woman is fucking crazy and whatnot, and just crazy, okay? So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Now, like I said, there are a lot of people that have been accused of either some type of sexual abuse or harassment or assault, because all of this, and I'm not gonna really go into like a different video about this, because that probably even take longer, but apparently all this stemmed from some dude named David Starr. I don't really know who he is. I heard the name, but I just don't know. And I guess apparently this dude, like, say he's a wrestler, and I know some say he was some male feminist guy. Wasn't this guy talking about the WWE the other day due to the whole coronavirus thing, and now saying they don't care about the talent, but then, like, a couple of days later, that this ex-girlfriend from many, many years ago is accusing him of all this stuff, which doesn't make sense of how he said that, okay, he said he didn't do it, but then he apologized, and then somehow he promoted it on Twitter and whatnot, or something. I don't know, some weird stuff. And I know, like I said, a lot of other promotions have taken championships from him, but in this past 24 hours, though, a lot of the UK scene has been, UK wrestlers have been accused of things. Now, like I said, there's some in America also, or we don't even know how long this list is. It's probably going to be more and more people, could be coming in days, minutes. I don't know, okay? But there's a lot of notable big names or little names from anybody you know in any type of wrestling company, because, you know, people in, like I said, WWE, a lot of WWE wrestlers have been accused of this recently. Like I said, like Riddle, and there's like a lot of NXT UK guys, people from Jordan Devlin, which also, I should say, as of this date, Jack Gallagher has been released from the WWE due to allegations, which, one thing I will note that people have said, WWE didn't even wish this guy in his future endeavors. So it's almost basically fuck him, basically, according to WWE, because he is gone, okay? And they, like I said, they did not even wish him in his future endeavors. And I know WWE put out a statement saying that we're looking into this. And like I said, there's many, many wrestlers from, like I said, either the UK scene and that are in different companies, from, like I said, from WWE to AEW to Impact to Ring of Honor to New Japan, or any other type of small promotion that is out there, or some type of a legend that is being accused. I don't know, okay? And, you know, judging from what I have read in the past few hours, yes, these are some graphic stories. Now, you do have to look at, like, some of the Matt Riddle thing, because some of these things could just be off of baseless accusations and everything. Because one thing I will say, people got to do their research before jumping to conclusions on this stuff, okay? Because, listen, I don't know if half these people did it. And like I said, these are some pretty big names, too, because I've seen names from either, with Will Ospreay, or, I'm not sure all these names are big, but on Will Ospreay, I think Jimmy Havoc, Marty Scurll, like I already said, Riddle, Jim Cornette, I mean, the Chris Brothers from Impact. Like I said, it's just a lot of names, and I don't know if all these people have responded to these allegations. And mostly you can really respond in this stuff. To what I've seen wrestlers do is just it's either deny it and just mostly have your legal team take care of that shit. Just get your lawyer and not really say much, because if you really say much, which you still have to defend yourself, but you damn near would incriminate yourself. So I guess in that best option, just have your lawyer handle everything. I don't know what to take of all this. Like I said, for all I know, maybe some of this is true. I don't know. I'm sure some people say, why haven't some not gone to the police or anything? Or there's one thing in the Matt Riddle thing, what people I have noticed is that, where's the evidence? Because a lot of these stories are hearsay. Some may have evidence in this. I don't know. I haven't read everything, but some of them, like Riddle's, where's the evidence behind all this? Okay, we're going off of hearsay, because, you know, it's almost like this. If you even try to support any of these wrestlers that are on this list or whatnot, even if it's not even true, apparently, you know, if you support them, you're just a horrible person then. But I think motherfuckers forget to do research, because apparently everybody on the internet now believes they're a lawyer and knows how this goes, okay? So they jump to conclusions on a lot of this stuff. I don't know if all these stories are true, but this is a hefty handful and whatnot. I've heard about blackballing in the business in general, and stuff like that throughout years, or what is it they say, sexual favors or something. But like I said, I don't know if all this is true. We shall see. Now, like I said, if it is true, then yeah, you're fucking done. That's basically all this. Because like I said, it's a lot of age ranges. Like I said, I'm not gonna go into every detail, but it's just a lot of accusation cases, and I've read some of these responses, but according to what I've seen on Twitter, it looks like people mostly taking Matt Riddle's side throughout all of this. Now, some people they think this is inappropriate to even have Matt Riddle even in the ring or even go over AJ Styles, right? Especially in this match, given what's happened today. Because some have thought this was kind of strange that why does this now come out when Matt Riddle is making his debut on Smackdown? Which I can see that to a point, but then again, this was taped, and I don't know how long this has been brewing for this information to come out. Is it a bit of a coincidence? Why did I almost say coinky dink? But coincidence, possibly. But I don't know. Okay, this is one of those things like we just gonna have to wait and see. All right, until something else happens. I know a lot of these. Like I said, some people have made a response to whatever they've been accused of. Or we have not even heard from some of these people yet. 9 times out of 10, they probably just gonna have the legal team look at this shit to see if it's even true or not. Like I said, some women or men have came out with evidence and whatnot. I don't know if it is concrete evidence. Like I said, I don't know. But they do have some evidence in some of these cases or whatnot. So, like I said, it's like some people say, there's like almost 3 different sides to a story. Like it's the accuser or the accused, then there's the truth, or I think that's how it goes. Or those are the 3 things you could really say in all of this. But there's many ways to look at it. So this is like one of these. We just gonna have to wait till we see in any of these stories, because with everything going on today, apparently almost every other wrestler, to what I've heard, everybody says wrestling is dead. This person's canceled, that person's canceled. If you even watch this person, you need to be ashamed of yourself, or even support this wrestler or whoever is on this list. For all I know, it's probably gonna be more and more. Well, didn't the guy from the NWA, I believe, resign today? Lagana, I believe, let's say like Billy Corgan's right hand man, which now that probably just fucked over the NWA big time, because I think he ended up resigning today. I think he got accused of stuff too. So yeah, he basically he's done. It looks like that's what I've read today. So I don't know what to say from what's going to happen next. This is, like I said, this is one of these wait until we can. You just gotta have to wait and see what happens next. Okay? But, like I said, some wrestlers I know have showed support of women that probably went through this stuff. I think I know Big E said something. I think Tucker also. So it's a lot in the saying in all of this. But sometimes you may have to take some of these stories maybe with a grain of salt. Possibly. I don't know. But, like I said, I'm trying to explain this the best way I can. And I'm just reading like just a few names that have been across this whole allegation ring in the past 24 hours damn near now at this point, probably more. But like I said, we've already seen one person, Jack Gallagher. He is fired. Like basically just fired from WWE. Like I said, this guy wasn't even wished in his future endeavors. So I don't know what to expect now of this, but I don't know what to expect next out of this whole thing, but like I said before, we just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. So I'm just reading off the details to what I think about this and right now. So I don't know, because even like some people say, you got to go through due process or something like that. But we'll see what happens next in all this. But yeah, like I said, with Matt Riddle right now, like I said, his lawyers have issued a statement and all this, so we'll see what happens. Next, we got a sit-down interview with Jeff Hardy as Renee Young interviewed him. Jeff Hardy pretty much talked about how he's been trying to turn his life around, and he's been trying to, turn his life around, his entire adult life, and he feels like things were turning around until, there's another fire, and, like, the struggle is real and whatnot. And pretty much, Renee Young talked about he came up short his match with Sheamus. Jeff said he's lost a lot of matches and he'll probably lose more. But Sheamus is just a constant reminder of what he doesn't like about himself. And he feels like if he can beat him up and shut him up, then he'll prove that he's resilient and turn things around. He says that he has doubts of whether if he's even good enough, or whether he's a good husband or a father at this point. And pretty much he's learned one thing in life, that he has to catch himself before that cycle of thinking spirals out of control. He said that Sheamus wanted to call him a pathetic junkie, but he doesn't know what to even believe at this point sometimes. So he pretty much says that true, that he is a junkie and an alcoholic, and Sheamus doesn't have a problem with him. He actually has one with himself because he's a bully. And Jeff said that he's overcome obstacles in his life, and Sheamus just another one he needs to overcome in his road to redemption and whatnot. So I guess Jeff is going to get some type of payback at this point, or some point, against Sheamus. But not a bad sit-down interview, though. They then went to Shorty G, Chad Gable there, which he was interviewed by Caleb Braxton, pretty much talking about the size difference between him and Mojo Rawley, since we're still doing short jokes with Gable right here. It doesn't matter how big or tall you are, it's how much you weigh, and he may be best friends with Gronk and everything, and Mojo Rawley's sneaking up behind him, and real slowly and whatnot, and he's Shorty G went on to say that heavyweights are all the same, but they know that you have eyes in the back of your head. Basically, Gable punched him to the ground and made his entrance then. So he couldn't get the jump on him. Mojo Rawley didn't end up going against Gable after that. Gable won with a roll-up, so there you go. Next, though, I know they do hype up Raw. All these titles on the line on Monday. Whew. We got Tozawa and those ninjas going against Truth for that 24/7 title. So now the ninjas are stable now. And I'm sure everybody's saying, why are we seeing Asuka versus Shaw for the title? What reason? I don't know. I don't freaking know. But next, though, Miz Morrison pretty much came off talking about the match they had Sunday with Braun Strowman, that they blamed WB for the rules before the match. And they said that, they also had to worry about, Ham and body years. They said the Otis, they worried about him, that they could have had the win over Strowman if it wasn't for him, and that they were outnumbered. Okay, they were nearly outnumbered out there. But they were going to move on to their interview with Mandy Rose. Pretty much Mandy Rose came out. Miz talked about Mandy Rose and her friendship with Sonya Deville that lasted over 5 years until now. And Mandy Rose pretty much was about to leave. But Miz pretty much says, listen, we're just looking. We're just joking, they said. We got a surprise for you. Next thing you know, Sonya Deville comes out. Got the whole suit on, I see. And pretty much went on talking about Mandy Rose. And I've known you for a long time. But listen, man, I had to take a chance, or I could just be in catering, twiddling my thumbs and whatnot, because Mandy Rose always got the spotlight because you had all the opportunities because of what you look like, basically, because, she is hot. But and Sonya Deville pretty much said that Rose didn't win matches. You haven't done anything of value and whatnot. All you've done is just make out with Otis at the poolside and everything. And Mandy Rose pretty much told Sonya Deville, what do you want from me? How long do we have to keep doing this, all right? And I can hurt you and whatnot, but you're still here. And Mandy Rose pretty much says, you trying to hurt me emotionally, but it's not going to work. And pretty much that Otis has been there since day one. And, aside from being a fighter, you're just alone, she says. And pretty much question her and everything. Like, how long do you even think you can keep this up, basically? Deville pretty much says, listen, you've taken all the opportunities. This is the difference between us. Look at you and look at me. You have all the looks, and listen, I'm going to rip you piece to piece and out, and pretty much show how hideous you are inside and outside, basically. They fought for a second. Miz and Morrison tried to break it up a little. Well, I think they didn't really break it up. They stood there. Mandy Rose ended up knocking Sonya Deville out of the ring, and then Miz pretty much stood in front of Mandy Rose, which Mandy Rose slapped her in at that point, pretty much, I guess, blocking and whatnot. So Deville gets better on the promos every week, even though I feel like I've heard the same promo almost several times now. But still a very good promo from Sonya Deville. Probably one of the more interesting parts of SmackDown is this. So Sonya and Mandy Rose feud continues. Deville, greater promos, I will say that, though. Next, Sasha and Bayley came out. I guess they were about to be on commentary, and one point, I guess they went to something else throughout this match too, that not throughout the next match, but when they came out on commentary, they went to the other women in the back just hanging around. Who was there? Alexa Bliss, Tamina, Naomi, Lacey Evans, and I think Dana Brooke was there, pretty much talking about they almost had their number on Sasha and Bayley and whatnot, that they feel like they should be the next challenger. And then they started looking for Nikki Cross, wondering where she was at. But as I was saying, next was the New Day going against the Lucha House Party. Sasha and Bayley were on commentary. Sasha and Bayley were hilarious to listen to on commentary, I should say, because yes, the Bayley birthday celebration continues. Well, Bayley birthday week celebration, and these two were just hilarious. Mostly they were marking out half the time for either the New Day. It says, look, Big E just did a Bayley to belly and whatnot. I thought it was hilarious. They were fun to listen to on commentary. So even I had to say, we need more Sasha and Bayley on commentary, just making fun of Cole. That was just hilarious, okay? But the New Day ended up getting the win over the Lucha House Party and whatnot. And New Day won. Like I said, New Day won. But right after, Nakamura and Cesaro pretty much came in and attacked both of them, beating them up, and then they went to the announce table, pretty much said Cole is lying, that we've beaten the New Day, we're tired of being like jokes, you need to take us seriously. Pretty much kind of made fun of Cole at the same time too, as Sasha and Bayley kind of went along with it, like, man, Cole, what did you do, what did you do, Cole? But right after, Sheamus was being interviewed by Becky Braxton, pretty much talked about that. Yes, he's a bully, but he's crushed Jeff Hardy's voice box, so he didn't have to hear the garbage coming out of his mouth. And then next week, we're going to have a toast, okay? A toast to Jeff Hardy next week. Sasha and Bayley pretty much say, like, toast, yeah, we want to party, it's time to party and everything. But next, Nikki Cross attacked them from behind. Alexa Bliss pretty much, I guess, come off and pull Nikki Cross off of Sasha. But then next Bayley says, you want a match against Sasha? You want a match against Sasha? She accepts, which Sasha kind of looked pissed after right there. So we got Nikki Cross versus Sasha then. Sasha ended up getting the win with the Meteora. So not a bad match and everything. But like I said, the Sasha Bayley week thing continues. So there you go. But right after, I know they had a video package for Titus O'Neil being in finals for the Muhammad Ali Sports Award. Gotta give him credit, though. The man is a humanitarian out here. So that's great with him. But next, they went to Bray Wyatt. It is time for the return to Firefly Funhouse. We have not seen Bray Wyatt for a while since Money in the Bank. I believe he had another kid, if I'm not mistaken, why he's not been here. But Bray Wyatt is back. It's been a long time. And he's learned a lot of things since he's been gone. He's joined a book club. He knows the latest TikTok moves. He's mastered the art of resurrecting the dead so he can bring zombies back. He has learned how to knit. He has infiltrated the reptilian stronghold. Those reptilians are real people. You need to look up and do your research about it. Them reptilians is out here. Take that shit seriously, my nigga. I'm telling you, take that shit seriously. All right, reptilians. After that, the rabbit pretty much says, "Listen, man, you just been rapping about Braun Strowman ever since he beat you, okay?" And the rabbit says, he tells Rambling Rabbit, that's enough, okay? And listen, he was about to say something else, but Strowman came out then right after this. And Strowman came out and talked about, we don't need to hear you, Wyatt. Because I like how Wyatt, just when he's coming out, he does Braun Strowman like these thumbs down. Like, we don't want to see you, okay? We don't want to see you. And pretty much Strowman says that Bray Wyatt had the opportunity and you failed, so no more games. And Wyatt says, this story between us is not over. It's only the beginning. And next thing you know, I guess he wasn't lying about resurrecting the dead, so he said that our story is just getting started. And the next thing you know, we got the Wyatt family back, which Bray Wyatt actually was back in his old gear again. So he's OG Bray Wyatt. He's back to being a cult leader and whatnot. And pretty much said, "What's wrong, Strowman? Look like you seen a ghost, brother." And pretty much he told Strowman, "I created you, and now it is my duty to destroy you. And you know where to find me, man. All you need to do is just follow the buzzards." And of course, Wyatt pulls up his lantern and says, "Run." And that ended the show. So now the original Bray Wyatt is back in the fold, I see. So yes, we have the old Bray Wyatt back. Again, I don't know why we just don't move on to the Fiend against Bray Wyatt unless they're going to start bringing every incarnation of Bray Wyatt back until, I don't know, SummerSlam to face Strowman. I don't know. But apparently we do have the original Bray Wyatt back. When I get and when I show the clips, they didn't show Harper, of course, but they showed Rowan and Strowman there when I guess the beginning of Strowman when the Wyatt family was still around and whatnot. So yeah, that's what we're gonna see. So I didn't mind seeing the old Bray Wyatt again, and it was kind of cool to hear Follow the Buzzards. But I can tell at Extreme Rules this version of Bray Wyatt is going to lose again until we get to the Fiend. I would just say go on to the Fiend, but obviously we got to go back to the Hawaiian shirt Bray Wyatt again. Okay, folks. But as for SmackDown, like I said, we got a lot from this. The debut of Matt Riddle, depending how you want to look at it, given all the news that has been out in under the past 24 hours, I should say maybe in the last 12 hours, because his shit, I don't know when the information came out about Matt Riddle. I didn't find out till earlier this morning, but like I said, details have changed in these last few hours of, if he did or didn't, but it looks like people saying he didn't and whatnot. Like I said, you just got to do your research on a lot of these things before you jump to conclusions on this stuff. I did not say do not believe anybody on that, but sometimes take a minute and read over stuff before you make your final decisions on things, okay? So we'll have to see what happens from this or whoever else is being accused of anything right now. But Riddle, though, he made a great debut, though, tonight, I thought, against AJ Styles. It was not bad, okay? It was not bad at all, but like I said, this was taped, so you can't really say get rid of the footage or don't play it at all. If it was taped like a day or two ago and AJ Styles in it, they would have, it's not going to work, okay? You couldn't re-edit that one, all right? It just wasn't going to happen, but we'll see what happens with Matt Riddle or whatnot. Do I think he'll get fired? I don't know. Now, if I found out I already did it, then most likely, but kind of give him in his statement, may not be, and some of the screenshots I've been seeing from these texts about this woman stalking him. Okay, so that's all I really know from all this. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, with all these cases, we will see what happens. If they didn't do it, then they didn't do it. But if they did do it, then yeah, it's basically fuck them. And I guess and all these things, depending on whatever situation it is. I don't know all these people, and I only know some of these wrestlers and whatnot. Like I said, a lot of the UK scene, no, but we'll see what happens in all of this, okay? But other than that, like I said, SmackDown wasn't that bad other than Riddle's debut. I enjoyed Sasha and Bayley on commentary. I thought that was freaking hilarious. I don't know why. I just thought it was great. What else was on this show? Like I said, the Wyatt Strowman thing was not bad. Also, seeing the classic Bray Wyatt again, so I didn't mind that and everything. Not bad at all. So SmackDown was somewhat okay out there, I will say. It was somewhat okay. I think the only thing people may mostly get tired on SmackDown is the Shorty G or Chad Gable or Shorty G thing just in general by his name, and the multiple short jokes that are against him right now. So that's probably the only thing that people may have a problem with SmackDown tonight. But other than that, I'm out of here. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Like this video or anything else that is uploaded online right now. So yeah, there you go. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Happy JuneTeenth, and we will see you guys later. Okay. One thing I do want to go before I bounce up out of here though, if I can get this going. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Alexa, lights off. Okay. So, I'll see you guys out. I'm out. Run.